Yo, what's up guys? Sam here. On my wrist right now is the Apple Watch Series 5. If I turn it off axis a little bit, you can probably see the new always on display. It's been incredible. I've really enjoyed using it, but up until about Wednesday of last week, I was actually thinking about returning it or going back to the Series 4 because the battery life was really bad. Before I even turned on cellular functionality, this was going on the charge at the end of the day between like 10 and 30%, usually in the lower 20s or high 10s. I wasn't happy with my battery life on my new watch being worse than my battery life on my old watch. It's like a mental block for me. I don't know, I can't really like revert like that generation to generation, especially when the Apple Watch battery life in general already isn't that great. In fact, I heard a lot of reviewers who initially got their hands on the Apple Watch early say it seems like the always on display takes a bigger toll on battery life than Apple told us. And people who got the watch post-launch were saying my battery life is atrocious. Zach Hall, who writes for 9to5Mac, could barely get through 10 hours before his watch would not just have to be put on the charger, but die completely and run out of battery. Just like him, many people in the Mac Rumors forums were saying, I also got the Series 5 Apple Watch and the battery life there, again, has been atrocious. Going back to my Series 4, not gonna keep this one always on display. I have to turn it off to actually get good battery life, which is obviously a ridiculous notion that to get good battery life on the Apple Watch Series 5, you would have to disable what is essentially the only meaningful new feature. Yeah, there's a new compass and a cool compass app inside. That's great. I used that this weekend and it was like sort of fun, but that's not something you're going to use every day. You're going to use the always on display. And I just couldn't believe that I was reading that people were having to disable the flagship feature to enjoy their new watch. That's insane. I was also having pretty bad battery life, but not nearly as bad as some of the other cases I had heard until I updated to watchOS 6.0.1. Apple pushed that update out roughly a week ago to the day, if I remember correctly. And even though in the changelog, they did not mention anything, not a peep about Apple Watch battery life being bad or negative or fixing any draining issues, something changed either coincidentally on that day or because of watchOS 6.0.1 and made the battery life on my watch go back to normal. For example, I've been wearing this watch all day since I woke up at 9 a.m. It is now, what time is it? You know, it's about 8 p.m. in my time zone. So almost all day I'm gonna be going to bed in 3 or 4 hours and it's at 48%. So the battery life has gotten so much better. And apparently this has also been the case for a lot of other people. After Apple pushed out this update, their battery life has become good again, like as expected, as advertised. But it's not just iOS 6.0.1. Developers running the iOS 6.1 beta also say that for sure this is fixing their battery life issues. So if you're running into trouble, there is hope on the horizon. Not only should you update to watchOS 6.0.1 right now to see if that helps you out, but just around the corner, probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, watchOS 6.1 is going to be dropping. And again, users are saying that this improves the optimizations and makes battery life good again. But it's still pretty shoddy that Apple launched this product, and I would almost argue to say most users, because I saw a lot of people talking about this, most users, myself included, got their Apple Watch Series 5 and were really unhappy considering the battery life was not getting them through a day. So now I can totally recommend the Apple Watch Series 5. I think it's a good buy, especially if you're upgrading from a Series 3 or a Series 2 or a Series 1 or a Series 0. Series 4, you gotta really love that always on display for the update to be worth it. But battery life, I would call that a non-issue now. A week ago, don't buy it. Now that the software is actually usable, yes, the Apple Watch Series 5 is good to go. And I want to provide this update in case you were sitting at home worried about it. It was an issue. It doesn't seem to be an issue anymore. So that's all I have for you in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the update. If you did, drop a like down below, hit subscribe for more to seriously help me out. That's all I've got for you in this video. Hope you're doing well. I'll catch all of you in my next video.